Financial independence, financial freedom, financial well-being. What is the meaning of all these words? Or are these words just synonyms for retirement plans? No, they are actually not. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when we talk about retirement? For some people, it is holidays, freedom, more time with loved ones, and more time to take care of their hobbies. But all this is possible only if you have financially taken care of retirement. क्या आप जानते हैं इंडिया में 30 करोड़ लोग 2030 तक रिटायर होने वाले हैं. This number is almost 2 times the total working population of the US and 10 times the total working population of the UK and a whopping 25 times the total working population of Australia. This is one of the biggest problems that even the Indian government has been trying to work upon in the past few years. The measures that have been taken, including the recent debate on increasing the retirement age and including the pension schemes, the increasing interest on employee provident fund, and many other things. But to be very honest, this is a very big problem which everyone will eventually have to face, and it is better to be prepared sooner than later. In today's episode, we will understand what is financial independence planning and retirement planning, and will also understand the difference between both.
Hi, I'm Prathiba Girish. I'm the founder of Finwise Personal Finance Solutions. So largely we cater to salaried employees, professionals, also some retired clients. Our whole process is that, every investment which you make should be part of a goal, a plan, and nothing should be ad hoc or man kiya kar diya, or next guy is doing something and I'm with a herd mentality doing whatever the other guy is doing. So that's something which we've completely thoroughly enjoyed doing, and we've seen a few people achieve financial independence. Some of them retired clients who have built up so much estate that no matter what they do in their lives, they're not going to be able to spend that kind of money. And I can't tell you how satisfying that is. That's something which has given us great joy, and we hope to continue to do that. So financial independence and freedom, I think, can be used interchangeably. It's one and the same, that you don't have to work or earn. Actually, not work is the wrong word. You don't have to earn your daily bread. You have enough in your bank account to take care of your lifestyle. Financial well-being is one step away from financial independence, where you are not, you're not overly worried about your day-to-day expenses, liabilities, kaise pay karna hai. Are you well prepared for all your goals? You have children who are coming up for education, you want to send them abroad, you want to build a house, you want to buy a car, whatever the goals may be. You have a proper plan and you're working towards it. That brings financial well-being. Okay, so you're sorted in terms of your finances, you have a plan, you're getting there. Financial freedom is a different ballgame, where you have enough corpus that you don't actually have to earn any money going forward. Retirement is something which is inevitable, right? It's like taxes and death. Retirement is also inevitable. Kabhi na kabhi you will have to get out of your workforce and stop working. Retirement planning, most people, when you ask them, the older lot will say, I will work up to 60, 62. That's stuck in their mind. And you ask the younger guys and they want to retire day before yesterday. When did they start working? 2 years back. So, retirement is something which everybody covets and they think it's a beautiful phase in life. Retirement is essentially when you are forced to maybe stop working, or when you take a decision to stop working and stop earning any money at all. FIRE is all the rage now. It's an acronym which is caught up with most people, and especially so with the younger lot. So I financially independent and therefore retire early. I would understand FIRE in that way. And do I agree with that acronym? Partly yes. The FI do, RE I don't. So financially independent, like I told, is not something which anybody would not want in their life. Who wouldn't want to do whatever comes to their mind? I mean, even if you're not paid well, it does not matter, because you're not doing it for the money. You have enough money. So financial independence is a wonderful place to be in. Retirement early, I'm not so sure. See, FIRE is two parts to it, right? One is financially independent, which everybody aspires for. Retire early, there are people who want to retire in their 30s and 40s. Now look at this. Today, the life expectancy is, as we speak, it's going up. So maybe, in my generation, it'll be 90, in yours, it'll be much, higher, maybe even 100. So as a given, we take 90 as a life expectancy. So what do you mean by retire early? Context in India is 60-62 retirement. Even if you do retire on time at 60-62, you have 1/3 of your life to take care of. Okay, you have the money, you have enough, in your bank, but what do you do with your time? Where is your purpose in life? So retirement early is not something which comes easily. Not only financial freedom, there's a lot of planning which goes into it. So it's important that everybody works as much as they can, not for the money. You can do anything which brings joy to you. And we've seen a lot of customers on both sides, who are financially free, retired, and then they have not to put them in a box, but they have a huge crib list of this doesn't happen, that doesn't happen, small things annoy them. And there are people who have found a purpose. They may be teaching, they may be doing, whatever brings them joy. I've seen a person who's designing a curriculum. I've seen a person who's retired and who's doing some Sanskrit, PhD, and she's translating books. So these are things which brings purpose and joy to people. I'm not a very big proponent of retire early. जो पहले आते हैं ना, they are in their early 40s or 35 or whatever, and they are like, man, I'm having the time of my life, मुझे retire नहीं होना, I will work till I drop dead. Okay, तब हम बताते हैं ठीक है, retire मत होना, retire के लिए plan नहीं कर रहे हम, financial freedom के लिए वो जल्द से जल्द हो जाए तो अच्छी बात है. 50 is a good time to be financially free. At least 50 you should plan, not 60, 62. उसके बाद आप काम करते रहो, 70 तक करो, 90 तक करो. So what we've realized over time is what they mean actually when they say I want to retire early is not actually retire. What you do like when you retire, they are burnt out. The same people 5 years later will say, "Arey, मुझे नहीं काम करना है. I want to have an organic farm and do farming somewhere." So what is happening to them is they are so focused in being the top of the game that they're totally burnt out. So if they had a choice of working but having it their way, having the holidays which they want, the breaks, the weekends, etc., which they want, they'll be very happy working. They get the recognition. They're damn good at what they do. So they'll be doing very happily there. So we've counseled them, and they've come to the conclusion that possibly they don't want retirement early. But if they have the money in the bank, they can tell their boss, "I need this break. Otherwise, I'm not working." And they're too good to be let go of. Yeah. So for me, retire early is 50. So we had a customer who came to us who was, when you're talking about retirement, there's a lot of anguish in your mind. You're not sure ki ho paega ki nahi ho paega. Am I having enough? Am I taking the wrong decision? So all this thought process, and they were not very clear ki aap kya bata doge hame. We know they're very very well settled people, and they wanted to retire in 2 years. That was when the person was 48. Okay, just finished 50, and he's on the path to retirement, and there's great joy. Not that some magic happened that as the person who's advising them or giving them the counseling on how to do, we didn't do any magic. It's just that discipline which they had brought into their lives long back has stuck with them, and they had been able to build a decent enough corpus. What we were able to do is tell them, listen, you have decent corpus. You don't actually have to get into this and do whatever you're doing if it's not bringing you the joy it's supposed to bring. So that resignation has happened, and he's in the notice period. Most people use this interchangeably. Retirement, financial independence interchangeably use करते हैं. मेरे हिसाब से तो retirement के लिए plan ही मत करो. ये plan करो कि financial independence हो गया तो what will you do? You will do something, right, with your time, because for 30 years you can't actually go and drink beer in Goa. You'll get fed up of it. You can't travel much also. So what will you do with your life? Plan for financial independence. That's non-negotiable. I think financial independence is a goal. It's very cliched, but nobody's going to give you a loan for financial independence. They'll give for your bachche ka education. They'll give you for whatever you want to build a house. You'll get a loan. So plan for financial independence. Retirement is something which can be thought about, whether you do want to retire, you don't want to retire, that's up to you. We have a concept where we've had it's not normally known in financial circles, but this is something which we've discovered ourselves from our own example. You can be financially free, or you can be in a state where you are completely working and your day-to-day expenses are dependent on you. You can't take too many breaks. But we've discovered that you can have a pit stop to financial freedom, okay, which is that you are in a state where you have to work for your day-to-day expenses, but you don't have to save. Can you imagine the kind of freedom it brings? Suppose you're earning say 3 lakh rupees on a monthly basis, and you're saving 1.5 lakh, and you have 1.5 lakh of your daily expenses. You can actually afford to do the job which is only paying you 1.5 lakh. So that's a pit stop to financial freedom. I have not seen anybody less than 50 achieve complete financial freedom. That would come with 2-3 things actually to give a long drawn answer, because financial freedom, understood thing is that you have to save diligently, you have to stay save a large percentage of your income. What is not understood though is you have to be equally focused on your expenses. If you are going to keep up with the Joneses, if you're going to go after the bigger house, the bigger car, the bigger everything, then you're not going to be able to achieve financial freedom. So if you want to achieve financial freedom, say in your 40s, would mean you will have to live a very thrifty life. If it is worth it, then people can achieve. I've read about it, but not physically seen people who have achieved. I have read about people actually going to, those thrift shops where they buy, maybe for environment reasons also, and then live an extremely simple life. If that's something which appeals to you, then why not? But it doesn't to me. Yeah. Anybody can achieve financial independence provided you follow the two caveats. You have a goal in life that you want to get out of the rat race, and that's far more important to you, and you have a very clear idea that you will keep your expenses in check, and a large percentage of your savings is actually going into is invested in wealth building assets like equity. Okay, so if you ask me, can you become financially independent without investing in equity? I would really doubt that, So you choose the right asset classes to invest. You ensure that you have complete focus on your expenses. Lifestyle upgrades which bring you joy, yes, but not material upgrades, and anybody can achieve it. It's very simple. First thing you should think about is yourself. Believe me, your company can do without you for a few hours. We see a lot of customers who come to us who have money lying all over the place, and they don't even take action for months together because they're so busy with their work. Once you get to a place of financial independence, you will kick yourself on your backside saying, why the hell didn't I do it earlier? Why didn't I take out the time to put my investments in place? Why did I shy away from equity investments? Why didn't I think long term? Just get to it. Start doing it today.